welcome back to the channel. So if you joined us last week, you'll know we were at Diamond Head and we set off to find a rock arch. If you missed it, I'll put a link up in the top right corner. Here we go. Right down here you can see there's a natural sort of stone arch there, and this is probably where I've seen most of the shots of it. But what we're going to do is try and take a bit of a walk down. I can see there's a bit of a track and I can actually see someone down here already on the cliff edge. So we'll see if we can get down any closer to it. And I've got the 7200 in the bag. Let's see if we can get a shot. Let's go. Alright, so I've managed to find a bit of a goat track on the way down here, and I've set myself up not too close to the edge of the cliff, but I've just tried to open up the archway as much as I can. You can't see all the way through, but when these waves come through, you'll see these waves here, they make an enormous splash through the archway. So I've positioned myself so I'm slightly above the rock so I can see the horizon in the distance there. And I've actually got the camera on a rapid fire shutter at the moment, because some of these waves that come through here are really quite spectacular. So 7200, no filters at all, but the light's actually quite nice in the middle of the day. It's interesting. So let's see how this one came out. Let's check it out. So we've come all the way down the point here, and now the rock is in front of the horizon, but we'll get the waves looking just spectacular here. There's been some enormous splashes come up, so we're shooting very fast, because I really want to try and capture those waves. So you can get down quite low here. There's a lot of cliffs behind us, and you can get down low, so I've gone a little bit wider here so we can capture everything that's going on in the foreground here. It looks amazing. Alright, let's try this shot. Let's see how we do. So we hung around for quite a while there, just being entertained by these waves. It was really quite a lot of fun just watching them smash off the rocks. But eventually we had to scarper out of there. I went down the headland next morning. I didn't take the video cameras, but got quite a nice sunrise, and I thought I'd share the shots with you. So here they are. So then it was time to leave Kylie's Beach and head north. This time we're heading up to a little town of Dorrigo along Waterfall Way. Now we've had quite a bit of rain just recently, so we thought we might be in for a treat, and we sure were. So let's go. Oh my goodness, welcome to Danger Falls. We just hit the bottom. A lot more water in the falls since we were here last time. I'm hoping you can hear me, it's really loud. But a lot more water since I was here last time. I remember last time I ended up standing in the river just off to the camera here, off to the left of camera, and because there was very little in the way of foreground interest, so I used the river as a bit of a leading line up to the falls. However, we got some little sort of grassy clumps in the water here, just creating some really nice foreground interest. And it's sort of a little natural sort of bay here. So when we take this shot, we'll have a little bit in the foreground, the main falls in the background, and the light right now is just beautiful. So Little bit of blue sky and some cloud up there, just to fill in the sky as well. Looking great. Okay, so first shot of the day. Let's see if this one comes out. The main shot down at Dangar Falls. Here we go. Okay, last shot from this spot here. Because we've got a sort of foreground interest all the way right in front of the camera here, I've turned the camera in a portrait position. So now that means we're going to have a long shot with all this stuff going on in the foreground, some nice greenery, a little bit of weed in the middle there, that sort of long grass in the middle there, and then the falls just looking spectacular with lots of water coming over. So let's see if this one comes out. I've taken a shot separately for the foreground. And now I'm doing 6-stop ND sunglasses for the lens, and I'm shooting about a half second on the main falls. Okay, let's check this one out, see how it comes out. A lot of spray around. I'm just noticing lots of spray, so always be careful of that. Okay, here it comes. Wow, okay, so I've actually just moved a little bit across to the left. I've got this other sort of foreground interest here with this lovely little sort of pool in front of me. Falls just looking spectacular, so I'll take another shot. I'm actually 5-shot bracketing, so the camera's taking 5 shots and just varying the shutter speed there, because I just want to make sure I don't blow out the falls. By blowing out, I mean they're too white. So the camera's taking 5 shots here. I've just tried to get in the river again, and the river is way, way too deep. So a lot more water than last time I was here. Last time I was standing right in the middle of the river with this lovely sort of leading line coming through it. Not today, not today. Much more water. So there's been a bit of rainfall, which means the falls are working, which is great. So we've got some really nice light. We've had a little bit of cloud cover come over, which means everything's a little bit more consistent. And just as I've said that, everything's lighting up. So go figure. Okay, well, we'll get this the last shot taken here, and then we're gonna leave Dangar Falls this morning. We're gonna head across to Ebor Falls along Waterfall Way. I've been hearing that there's a new platform there to give you a really good vantage point of the falls at Ebor, so we're gonna go along and have a look. All right, last shot of the day. Let's check this one out. So then we left Dorrigo, little town of Dorrigo there, headed over to Ebor Falls. Now it's about a 40-minute drive west along Waterfall Way. We've shot here a couple of times, and it's particularly good after the rainfall. There's so many great locations along Waterfall Way to stop and get some shots. Ebor Falls, here we go. Well, isn't this just
absolutely spectacular. I use that word a lot, but when you see places like this that are just carved out by nature, what an incredible place. The Ebor Falls actually has 3 falls. So there's the sort of the main fall here, second one that's lower down, and then the river sort of follows away down here. And what you can't see, but it's just over the cliff there, is the bigger falls. There's an enormous fall that drops straight down into the valley down there. It's absolutely spectacular. There you go. We've got some sort of changeable light happening right now, so I'm just waiting for a little bit of light to happen on the falls. They've built the national parks have built a new platform to overlook the falls here, because I mean, maybe 2 or 3 years ago some really bad bushfires came through. The whole valley was completely wiped out. In fact, all the wooden tracks that were built to take you to the bottom of the falls were completely burnt out in the fires. So it's all been replaced. You can start seeing a bit of light coming through here now. It's all been replaced, and they've put in a lot of metal tracks now and platforms. It's good that we're the only ones here right now, because this type of platform would bounce if there was lots of people walking on it. But since we're here by ourselves at the moment, we've got the place to ourselves. Amazing. So we can be nice and still, get this shot at a slower shutter speed so everything's still in focus. So here's a shot of the falls from an elevated shot. There's not going to be too much variety from here. Probably a landscape and a portrait shot. I've gone fairly wide to try and capture some of the falls at the very bottom here as well, so you can sort of get that feeling of the flow over the falls and into the river. So here's the first shot. Let's check this one out. Alright, so for the second shot, all I've done is rotate the camera so it's in portrait mode. I don't even know if you can see the camera. I'm just in portrait mode now. I've got the tripod at full extension, and I'm sort of precariously leaning over the edge of the lookout here. So trying to keep everything still. You can see this really nice dappled light on the falls right now. So I'm just shooting as I'm speaking here with the remote. Just looking gorgeous. What I will do is I'll just take my shutter speed a little bit quicker. I'm actually 5-shot bracketing here as well, just to make sure I don't blow out the water. But this dappled light that's coming from these broken clouds is just looking absolutely amazing. Love it. Okay, so I've got a 6-stop ND in front of the lens right now to try and slow down the shutter speed a little bit, because I'm really looking to try and get that sort of nice flow in the water instead of those sharp droplets. So I'm setting about a ½ second on the shutter speed for that. But this light is just looking lovely, and it's interesting because we're right in the middle of the day right now, so we're getting really nice light through these clouds to shoot it. All right, possibly the last shot, but let's see if we can find any more here. Alright, so we've come all the way up to the side of the falls here. The actual pathway that they've built takes you all the way up to the very start of the falls. I'm just waiting on the light to change because we had some really nice dappled light that you saw earlier. But I've just composed this first of all in a landscape position so that we can, in landscape mode here, just so I can capture the sort of width of the falls here, and I'll probably set it up in a portrait mode as well. I'm not going to make you wait, but I'm just waiting on a little bit of light because as the clouds are coming and going, I can see more light coming this way. So let's see if we can get one with a nice sort of dappled light across it, and then we'll do this in portrait mode as well. Let's check this one out first. Done for the day from Ebar Falls. Really only two positions that you can shoot if you follow the official track. I've seen lots of shots from guys that have scrambled down the rocks to get to the bottom of the falls, and we won't be doing that today. But if you are ever passing, make sure you drop in to see the falls here, because it's really quite spectacular, particularly after a bit of rainfall. Some more of that dappled light happening right now, so I'm just going to make sure I just capture that. So we're done. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know what your favorite shot was in the comments below. I'm always interested to know. Just give me a timestamp, let me know which one was your favorite. We're going to be continuing on to Armadale now, and we're going to be in this area for a couple of days, so we're going to see if we can find a few things to shoot around this area. Hope you come with us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Here comes all the shots now with all the settings. Have a great week. Cheers.